This is where the body and mind collide. He wants to keep talking, but he's momentarily lost in you. He's not just hearing your words. He's hearing them wrapped in the tone of your voice, watching how your lips move, feeling his own breath change. And for that moment, words become useless. All he can do is pause, reset, and hope you didn't notice how badly he wants to close the space between you. The reason this silence is so telling is because it's not casual. It's not awkwardness or disinterest. It's charged. If you pay attention to the shift, you'll notice it. The eye contact lingers. The air feels heavier. There's a sudden stillness, like something is about to happen. Even if it doesn't, he may even try to recover quickly, make a joke, change the subject, look away. But that brief moment where he slips into silence, that's where the desire lives. What makes this so powerful is that it's involuntary. He's not trying to create sexual tension. It's happening to him, and he's trying not to give it away. But you've just become more than someone he's attracted to. You've become someone who disarms him, someone who pulls him out of logic and into longing. So, the next time you're talking to a man and he suddenly falls quiet, don't rush to fill the silence. Watch him feel the shift. That pause might just be the loudest thing he ever said. Because in that silence, he's telling you the truth. He's thinking about you exactly the way you hope he is. So now you know. When a man is thinking about you sexually, he may not always say it with words. He might not look you in the eye and confess his fantasies, his tension, or how much he wants to be near you. But his body speaks, his habits shift, his energy changes. It's in the late night messages, the ones that sneak through when his guard is down. It's in the way he touches you casually but with intention, testing the edges of closeness. It's in the details he remembers show that dress looked on you or how your jeans made him lose his train of thought. It's in the way his voice dips when you're near, how his tone softens and slows without him even noticing. It's in the glances to your lips, that electric tension between thought and action. And it's in those moments he goes completely silent, because he's no longer thinking, he's feeling. These are not coincidences, these are not just being nice. These are the unspoken clues that his mind has gone back and keeps going back. And here's the most beautiful part of all. This kind of desire doesn't just happen because of how you look. It happens because of how you make him feel. You've lit something up inside him that he can't switch off. He's not just attracted to your body, he's consumed by your presence. So the next time you notice these subtle signs, don't question your power, don't doubt your effect, know it, own it. Because once a man starts thinking about you this way, once you've taken root in his imagination and left fingerprints on his desire, you've already become more than a passing thought. You've become his favorite obsession. Stay true to yourself. To all the spicy ladies, make life beautiful. Thank you for watching, and God bless. Alright, spicy ladies, let's dig into the next layer of this game-changing game, because there's a secret every woman should lock down before she even gets close to his most sensitive spot. Pleasure? It's not just about what you do, it's about what you don't do yet. Most folks think guys are all about racing to the finish line, that the quickest path to pleasure is the best one. Total myth. What men really crave, the kind of hunger that has them throbbing with anticipation, is tease. And I'm not talking silly, sarcastic teasing. I mean teasing with purpose, sensuality, and a rock-solid grip on your power. When you slow everything down, when you stretch out that gratification just enough to make him ache for it, you don't just turn him on, you spark an obsession. He starts hanging on your every move, every breath, every glance. Not because you're holding out, but because you're building something electric. Think of it like foreplay within foreplay. You're not just heading to the main event, you are the event. Every second you hover just above him, every lick, kiss, breath, or graze that teases without delivering, that's you pulling him deeper under your spell. So, how do you work this magic? Use your lips to trace around his thighs, let your tongue flick lightly without pressure, slide your hand barely over him without taking full control yet. You're feeding his desire slow, intentional, deliciously, and the whole time, your energy should radiate, I know what you want, and you're gonna earn it. That's what drives him wild. What makes him beg. In those moments, you flip the power dynamic. You're not just dishing out pleasure, you're serving up tension. And sexual tension, it's the most addictive drug out there. It's what speeds up his breathing, makes his hands reach for you, pulls moans out before you've even hit the big move. That energy, that chemistry, it doesn't come from some fancy technique, it flows from presence, from being so in tune with his body that you know exactly when to pull back and when to lean in. And let's be real, this isn't just about driving him crazy. It wakes something up in you, too. When you tease with confidence, you're not performing, you're playing, exploring, leading. In that leadership, you uncover how damn powerful your desire really is. It's not about rushing to the end, it's about crafting a moment neither of you wants to let go of. So, don't shy away from holding him on that edge. Don't be scared to stretch it out longer than usual. The longer you delay that reveal, the more explosive the release when it finally hits. And when it does, he won't just remember the act, he'll replay how much he wanted it, how much you made him feel. That sensation of being pushed to the brink by someone so confident, so playful, so deliciously in control, it'll haunt him in the best, most addictive way. That's how you become unforgettable. That's how you take the A1 sex act men beg for and turn it into an experience that owns his memory for days. It's all about that slow burn, that build-up that keeps him hooked, wondering what you'll do next. You're not just giving, he's receiving something he can't shake, and that's where your power shines. Keep that tease alive, let it simmer, and watch him melt into you, craving every second you decide to draw out. Hey spicy ladies, because there's one move that doesn't even need your hands, lips, or tongue, but it can totally unravel a man like nothing else. Eye contact. Most people brush it off or toss it in casually. But here's the truth, when you wield it with intention, it makes him feel more naked than anything you could do physically. While your mouth might be the tool delivering the goods, your eyes, they're the ones forging that deep emotional punch. That's the line between an act that's just good and one that wrecks him completely. See, a lot of women look away not because they're not into it, but because they're shy, disconnected, or too caught up in performing. But when you look up, when you pause for a split second and hold his gaze, it's like a lightning bolt straight to his nervous system. It tells him, I'm not just doing this, I'm right here with you, and I want you to feel every damn second of it. That eye contact turns a moment into a memory, makes it intimate, personal, even vulnerable. And here's the kicker, it doesn't have to be constant. Actually, it's more powerful when it's not. It's like a surprise, a quick flash of deep connection smack in the middle of all that heat. That sudden glance, it cuts through the pleasure haze and grabs him right in the heart. Timing's everything here. Eye contact hits hardest when you catch those moments of heightened sensation, when his breathing picks up, when his moans get deeper, when you sense he's losing it. That's your cue to look up, lock eyes, and hit him with that knowing, devastatingly confident stare. You don't need to say a word, your eyes are screaming, I know exactly what I'm doing to you, and I'm not stopping. That alone can push him over the edge. And if you want to melt him completely, pair it with a subtle smile, that soft, sexy curl of your lips that says you're loving this as much as he is. Not because you have to, but because you're reveling in the power you hold right then. Don't underestimate how that smile slams into his ego, his heart, and his lust all at once. It makes him feel chosen, seen, and totally helpless in the best way possible. But here's the catch. Presence is what seals it. If you're stuck in your head, worrying about how you look, or just going through the motions, your eyes will show it. But when you're connected, tuned into him and yourself, that energy flows from your gaze like wildfire. He'll feel it in his chest. And that's why this simple move, timed right and delivered with full intent, transforms great oral into a soul-shaking experience. In that second, when your eyes lock, he stops being just a guy getting off, becomes a man falling hard under your spell. And that feeling, he'll chase it long after it's over. It's not the motion, the speed, or the technique that keeps him coming back. It's that one look that said everything without a sound, that claimed him as yours right then. Once he's felt that, he'll never shake it. Spicy ladies, the move that'll take your skills from solid to I can't stop thinking about her. It's all about rhythm, but not just any rhythm, how you play with it. So many people mess this up by slipping into autopilot. They find a groove that works and just stick the rhythm, speed, same motion, same beat. And when it gets predictable, it stops being mind-blowing. What a man really craves, especially during oral, is surprise. He's itching for the unexpected, the twist, the switch up, that moment where you take him right to the edge and then pull back with a wicked grin, making him climb all over again. That's what gets him begging. That's what keeps his whole body on edge, waiting to see what you'll throw at him next. It's not just a physical thing anymore, it's a mental game. You're not just handing him pleasure, you're leading him through a maze of it. And the best part? You don't need some crazy technique to pull this off, it's all about awareness. Tuning into his breath, noticing how his muscles tighten when he's close, catching the sounds he makes when something really hits. When you read his body like that, you become the DJ of his desire, cranking the tempo up, slowing it down, dropping into silence for a beat before exploding back into rhythm. That variety builds tension like nothing else. So, how do you work it? Tease him with a slow, sensual swirl, draw it out, let him feel it. Then, out of nowhere, deepen ithida, faster. Throw in your hands, shift the angles, and just when he's about to let go, pause. Let him gasp. Let him open his eyes and stare at you in disbelief, because he can't believe he's still hanging on. That pause, that switch, that's where the power lives. It lets you stretch the moment, pile on the pressure, so he doesn't just reach climax, crashes into it. Want to take it further? Talk to him while you mix it up. Drop a low, not yet. Or, you love it slow, don't you? Those words layered over the unpredictable rhythm shift it from physical to psychological. You become the voice in his head, the one running the show. That's what makes this constant rhythm play so irresistible. It turns you from a partner into an experience, someone who gets him so deeply, so intuitively, that no one else could replicate it. It's not about a specific move, it's about flow, adaptation, confidence, being present enough to sense when he needs more, and bold enough to give him less until he's yours. That's when it becomes unforgettable. That's when he's lying awake weeks later, replaying it because you didn't just perform, you danced with his pleasure, made it unpredictable. Guys don't fall for what feels good, they fall for what they can't predict, can't control, can't forget. Be that rhythm, be that chaos, be that calm before the storm. And trust me, he'll never look at oral or you the same way again. Now, let's talk the finale, because the end of an experience is what locks it into his memory. It's the last imprint, the part he replays when he's alone, the moment he ties to you long after the rush fades. Too many women miss this shot, treating the finish like a fade-out, passive, quiet, maybe a little disconnected. But if you want to give oral he craves over and over, the kind that sets you apart from every other woman, you need to end with a mark. Not just a bite or a whisper though, those work wonders, but an emotional signature, something intentional. Maybe it's slowly rising up his body after he's collapsed, kissing his chest while locking eyes. Or straddling him confidently while he's still catching his breath, claiming your space. Or hit him with a devastating line whispered in his ear, dripping with softness and fire. You'll think about that tomorrow. Or, no one else will ever make you feel like that. The power of your signature move? It creates closure, but not the kind that ends it, haunts, lingers, lives in the back of his mind days later when a song hits or he catches your perfume. And here's the key. It doesn't have to be dramatic. The subtler, the stronger, because then it's not about theatrics, it's about connection, confidence, presence. End with a gentle kiss on his inner thigh, then curl into his arms, letting silence soak in what you both felt. Or walk away with a glance over your shoulder and that smirk that says, yeah, you'll be thinking about this for a while. Make it yours, reflect your energy, your confidence, your intent. This final act isn't just for him, it's the message you leave. You weren't just a good time, you were an experience. Every woman after will fall short. Not because they didn't try, but because they didn't get him like you did, didn't mark him the way you did, didn't give him something to hold on to. And the delicious part? That signature builds your power, reminds you that you own your sensuality, led from start to finish, and left with the confidence of a woman who knows exactly who she is. That's what makes him need you not just sexually, but emotionally. That energy lives in his skin, his memory, his fantasies. So don't just end it, finish it. Leave your mark, seal the moment. Let him feel with every nerve, every thought, that what just happened wasn't ordinary, it was legendary, and it had your name all over it. Here's the takeaway, spicy ladies. Incredible oral isn't about tricks, porn-style theatrics, or some impossible standard. It's about presence, intent. When you stop seeing it as a task and start treating it as an experience you create, everything shifts. What men remember, what they crave, what they beg for, isn't just the physical, it's how you made them feel. The tease that drove them wild, the eye contact that undid them, the rhythm that lost them in time, and that final unforgettable mark you left. You're not just another woman giving pleasure, you're the one who made him surrender, who made him feel. The most seductive thing you bring to the bedroom isn't your body, it's your power, your awareness, your unapologetic ownership of the moment. When you show up with that, he's not just satisfied, he's obsessed. Stay true to yourself. To all the spicy ladies, make life beautiful. Thank you for watching, and God bless.